Reindeers, because basically, because you know how like Reindeers like on Dasher, on Comet, on Cupid, on Blancer, on Blitzer, on Donner, on Stupid. Like I don't know exactly what the Reindeers names are, but they gang for real. Like I was a little scared. Hello and welcome to another episode of Clear Hair. Today we're going to be talking about dashing through the halls. I don't know where to start. I'm trying to think where to start. I was like, is it the getting into the car with strangers, or is it the fact that like the pacing of the movie didn't make any sense? I just felt like there was just so much, I don't know how to describe it, but like there was just so much going on within the film that was confusing to me. That was number one. And then there's a couple of things, a couple of notes to note. That was number one. And then also like I think another thing that was kind of confusing was the fact that I don't know if like we were supposed to be given a backstory or we just kind of assumed the reason why him and his girl was separated. I don't know, child. But anyways, Tiana, keep a bag. Miss Marvel was in there. Ludacris, Mr. TSA Get Out was in there. Also the little kid, she know her name. She ain't her bag because she was just in Best Christmas Ever. So we love a young, we love a young person who's trying to get some money, because she was just in this movie with some glasses on. She was like, "It's me now, girl. We know it's you." Using that other movie, I feel you. That's a good agent. So the main concept of it is the fact that, now mind you, this just saying it out loud just sounds crazy. The main concept of the movie is that Santa Claus is black, and he's trying to deliver his gifts, but I guess someone thought he was breaking and entering, which is valid. Like if you it's valid to think that Santa Claus is breaking and entering, just saying. So I feel like someone, I guess they caught him and they were doing some scheme about the mayor. Oh, boring. About the mayor or whatever. And then, it ended up where he switched iPads or something. And the iPad has the secret codes to, Narnia. I don't know. But anyways, me describing it is boring because it was. So they go around town and he has his daughter in tow, and it's like I guess it's like a trial separation with his wife. I for the life of me, I'm just confused on why he just didn't be like, "Hey, I got something to handle. Can you take our daughter today?" I don't care if that would have like messed up the trial separation or future yam access, like future yam access. But at the end of the day, I know there's a stop future yam access, but like at the end of the day, like what was the point of carrying your kid everywhere? Like I don't know about y'all, I don't have any kids, but I would think like with any of my nieces, if I knew I was in danger, I was gonna talk to Santa, and Santa is like an ex-con or whatever he's supposed to be in this movie. If I knew that was going to happen, I would definitely drop my niece off and deal with it on my own. Not saying he's an ex-con, I'm just saying like we don't know anything about him. Like they were trying to basically build it that he had, I don't know, like the police report was saying that he was a fellow person before. So like they kind of like went into the lore but didn't. That was one thing. I rate certain movies on fun level. Fun level, it wasn't fun. Maybe because Ludacris is missing family from Fast and Furious. Maybe he was missing family. I don't know, but like it wasn't fun. It wasn't a movie that was like, oh my God, like what? Like I still think Jingle All the Way. If you don't, I'm not gonna post a picture because you should know this movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger from the 90s and Sinbad. You need to know this movie. But yeah, like that movie was lit. That movie was peak. That movie was top tier entertainment, and I don't know, like I just felt like it was just really boring. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like it was just really boring. Like there was nothing that I can sit there and say, oh my God, put on it again. Like there was no fun level. Even the kids looked miserable, felt miserable. So Blanta Claus, we're gonna call him that. So Blanta Claus had a tendency to, whenever he would get like, I guess he like, this is my stop, and then he would drop out of the car. They would then go stop the car, reverse, and go pick him up. I was like, listen, this is your sign to go home. Like, it's the drama for me. Like, literally every single second, oh, gotta go. That's why I stopped. I was like, yes. And this is when you take your daughter home. This is when you take your daughter home, because he's supposed to take his daughter. He's supposed to take his daughter on a, I guess, some winter thing or whatever, and then like this happened. I was like, first of all, this would have been the scenario for me. This would have been the scenario how it would have went for me. I would have been like, oh, you're Blanta Claus? Okay. And then I would have just went about my business. That's cool. Oh, I need your help. No, you don't. I can't help you. I have a kid. Like, I'm not going anywhere with my child. Like, you could turn out to be not a nice person. You could turn out to, I don't know, kidnap us. Like, I don't know where common sense stopped or common sense started. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what happened, but I was not happy about that part about him. Just child safety. But yeah, definitely. I think at one point I was taking shots of like fireballs. Like, okay, every time he dropped out of the car, I was like, okay, let me take a shot for this or let me go. But child, I was not feeling it. Now this was the part where, and then I'll give my overall review later on, like I usually do. This was a part that I was kind of confused on. Are we gonna ignore what the reindeers did in the movie? Are we gonna ignore that? We're gonna ignore it. Okay. We're just gonna, okay. You don't cut the camera off. That's fine. Ooh, production almost cut me from saying that. I'm production. But no, like with the reindeers, because you know how like reindeers like on Dasher, on Comet, on Cupid, on Blancer, on Blitzer, on Donner, on Stupid. Like, I don't know exactly what the reindeers' names are, but they gang for real. Like, I was a little scared about the reindeer in the movie. Was a little bit scary. Like, there's a difference between you're protecting Santa Claus and you're protecting your set. Like, I was really confused and scared and intrigued, but then it was boring. But yeah, like I was really confused by that. I was a little scared. There's certain parts where basically, like, I guess he whistled or he did the call, and all the reindeer came, and some of the things they did, I was like, I can't show you pictures of, but I was just like, basically what happened, like they're like, oh, you messing with Santa? You messing with Santa? You know we whipped that red and green. Like, it was a little scary. Okay. I almost didn't wear this shirt because I was afraid the reindeer was gonna come after me. I'm still scared. Also, I don't know if it's supposed to be a kids movie or not. I just, like, the level of violence that was included into it, I was like, for a child, this is gonna be hard to explain. Like, TT, why, if I show any of my nieces, oh, TT, like, why Comet do like that? I don't know why Comet do like that. Now, don't say nothing, because we don't want him to come and do like that to us, because that was very scary. So, I can definitely say that part. I mean, that's their overall thing, I guess, child. I don't have anything else. Like, this is my first time I can say, like, I think I had some notes, but I said all I had to say. Like, it was really dry. I don't really have anything else for that piece. So my overall review, we're at our 9-minute mark. My overall review is a I for incomplete. I'm confused. Like, I still want to know, like, was Santa I for incomplete? So I have my 1 out of 5, then I have my I for incomplete. That's for movies that don't make any sense. Like, we don't know what we watched. Okay. But like, I was kind of confused on, like, there was a part in the movie when, yes, I for incomplete is lower than no stars, because I'm still confused. There was a part in the movie where the police officer pulled up Blanta Claus's profile, and he pulled up Blanta Claus's profile, and he was just like, oh, see, this is his real name. He's not da, da, da. And they said the police was working for him or something. Like, it was, I guess it was kind of like to throw us off the scent, to be like, maybe he's not Blanta Claus. Maybe he's just randomly going into chimneys and has a ombre balayage beard. We don't know, but overall, like I guess that I guess that's like the overall thing for him. But like there was just like a lot going on that I was really confused and scared. I was a little bit scared there, but it was just really dry. Actors wise, little girl is so stinking cute. Like she gets cuter every time I see her. Ludacris, I feel like, I mean, when I see him, I don't think like actor, I think of entertainer. And you can be an entertainer, but not a good actor. Like there's just certain emotions that like he was trying to portray, but he was trying to portray it like Ludacris. He wasn't portraying it like Christopher, the actor. You know, like it was just kind of like he was just like reading a script. But like I said, like when I say my comments, this is not an attack on the person, it's my honest opinion. I put that out there because like you hating when he make your he's wearing your salary on his bracelet. He probably is wearing it, probably on one of his pinky rings, maybe. But at the end of the day, you should be able to draw somebody into the movie, and the movie was not entertaining. It was, like I said before, it wasn't fun. Like, and that sucks because like it's the holiday season, so I want to see like a fun movie, I want to see a fun movie so that I can like be like, okay, let's watch that. Like already, like people are still to this day are still watching the Home Alone series like it's fresh. Like I still watch The Grinch. Jim Carrey ate his roll up, like it's fresh, and that was like from almost 20 years ago. Don't do that math too quick. But it wasn't fun. Tiana Parrish, she did what she had to do, but also they didn't really have her in the movie like that. I don't know if she was filming in tandem with Miss Marvel, but I was like, dang, I thought we was gonna see her more. You know, Black Girl Magic. But the mayor and all the bad guys just gave me like, you know, rent a actor vibes. Like some of the lines were just really like, some of the lines were like really cheesy. It was just like, no, it's raining snow. Like it was like I can't remember it because I usually write like a good quote from the movie if it's really, really bad. Like I'll remember it, but like it wasn't anything that I was like, oh my god, like let me remember this. But I don't know. But I wasn't feeling it. I wouldn't put it on. That's my review. I give it an I for incomplete. It's lower than 0 out of 5 stars. So I'm gonna pad the rest of my time with all my Christmas videos I've made so far this year. So I'm gonna pad that time for the rest of the video. Enjoy.